I wanted to make a low light and bad light test.
Hey, today I want to show you the Canon 90D and the Canon EOS R with the Nifty 50, but in the worst possible light conditions. Just after the intro. What's up guys, Dan Frulani here and welcome back to a new video. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing. If not, just hit the like button. Well, as I said, I'm going to show you the Canon 90D and the Canon EOS R in the worst possible light conditions. Why? Because here it's very low light. There's just these street lights and the light is kind of orangey, very ugly and dim. So we'll see what I can do with these cameras and the Nifty 50. 1 second. This is the Canon 90D with the Canon 50mm f1.8, the Nifty 50. And this is in very low light conditions and very bad light, by the way. Just let me know what you think about it, leave a comment down below and check the links in the description to see all my gear stuff and things, my gear. And also, if you like the music in my videos, check out the link to Epidemic Sound. You can get 1 month of awesome music for free. So currently aperture f1.8, ISO 1600. What do you think? All right, so far so good, but I haven't shot anything in slow motion yet. So let's see what I can do, because it's gonna be complicated. You know, it's not gonna be easy at all, because when you want to do slow motion in 120 frames per second, the shutter speed should be set to 1/250th, and that makes it even darker than it actually is. Let's see a short B-roll and then we see what the Canon EOS R can do with the same lens. But first, B-roll with the 90D and the Nifty 50. And this is the Canon EOS R with the Nifty 50, open wide at f1.8 and ISO 6400. What do you think about it? I haven't moved from the spot where I was earlier with the 90D. Now I think I'm actually a little bit closer. The main difference between the two cameras is that the Canon 90D is a crop sensor camera and the EOS R is a full frame. That means that the 90D has a 1.6 crop. So when you put the Nifty 50 on the 90D, instead of looking like a 50mm on a full frame like this, it looks more like an 80mm for what concerns the field of view. Now I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna shoot a short B-roll with the Canon EOS R and the Nifty 50, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. 1 second.
Alright, back home, I've seen the footage from both cameras. I put them together, color corrected, color graded, and I have to say, I don't know, I'm not really happy with the result. But the purpose of this video was not to flex and show you how good I am at shooting B-rolls. This was just meant to be a test. I could have gone like walking around where there are stores with lights and decent street lights. Or there near the place where I shot the video, there is a bridge, could have gone there and the light would have been like awesome. But that was not the point of the video. It was not the point that I wanted to make. Because if I have good lights around, what kind of test is it? So I wanted to make a low light and bad light test. So the place I chose was lit just by some ugly street lights that produce a kind of like orangey light, really ugly and dim. And also, I decided to shoot a B-roll, one with the 90D and one with the EOS R in 120 frames per second, setting the shutter speed as a consequence to 1/250th of a second. And that makes the footage look even darker than when you shoot in 24 frames per second and the shutter speed at 1/50th of a second. Had to bump up the ISO on the 90D to, I think, 6400, and on the EOS R over 10,000. So of course the B-roll might look grainy. I didn't try to light it up because it would have been way too grainy. I decided to embrace the darkness instead. And I didn't apply any denoise in post, no cheating, because the purpose of this video was to get some usable footage, or at least some decent footage with the 90D, the EOS R, and the Nifty 50 in the worst possible scenario. So what do you think about it? Leave a comment down below and hit the like button and subscribe if you ain't already. If I wanted to make sure to get some usable footage, some good footage, I would have brought along some LED and I would have gone like straight to the bridge with some awesome lights. But again, that's not what I wanted. So no cheating, what you have seen is those two cameras with the Nifty 50 with the worst possible lights. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe if you ain't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video.